evening. What is up, man? Let's see. Let's get it going on. As week one in the NFL was just done for last night, and we got some stuff to go over. We got week one to go over. We got week one to go over, and we got week two to look at. So we got week one to go over, week two to look at, and we'll do that in about a minute. I'll give it a second for people to maybe get the notification from YouTube, as they might not have gotten it. So let's see here. Let's see. Shut this out real quick. Then I'll get started. With the meats and potatoes of the stream. So I don't want to be around too long. Let's see if I can get this. Nope, that's not what I want to do. The window capture. Let's see. Let's see. I think that's it. So I gotta make it a little bigger. Let's see. All right. There we go. All right. Let's look at the first game, which was Thursday. We had the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. This game was started off with a spitter. Yeah, we had a spitter. As Jalen Carter spit on Dak Prescott and got thrown out the game even before one play was run. And yeah. All right, let's look at the stats. So Dak Prescott was 21 out of 34, threw for 188 yards. Jalen Hurts was 19 for 23, threw for 152. Javonte Williams was lead rusher for the Cowboys, 15 carries, 54 yards. Miles Sanders had 4 carries, 53, along a 49 for Dallas. Go over to the Eagles. You had Hurts, 14 carries, 62 yards, and Saquon Barkley, 18 for 60. Then you had Dotson was leading pass catcher for Philadelphia yardage wise, 3 catches for 59. Dallas Goedert had 7 catches, so he had the most catches of the game for Philadelphia. CeeDee Lamb, 7 catches for 110, but he had some big drops in the game. I mean, I think he had maybe 3 or 4 drops that really hurt Dallas's opportunity to win this football game. Let's look over the scoring. Yeah. Must have to go to a different. I gotta go to Gamecast. Ooh, and there's Marie's got herself a cicada. All right, so the Cowboys got the scoring. Started off first with Javonte Williams with a 1-yard touchdown run. Then Jalen Hurts answered with a 4-yard touchdown run. Cowboys went ahead 14-7 in the second quarter. Javonte Williams, another touchdown run. Look, Jalen Hurts, another touchdown run. Make it 14-14. And then the Cowboys added a field goal by Aubrey. Barkley had a touchdown. And then Brandon Aubrey had a field goal. It was 21-20 going into the halftime break. Look, this game was going to go over. But then the rains came, or the lightning delay came, and totally screwed up the whole game. As the second half was all defense. Jake Elliott had a 58-yard field goal for Philadelphia, and they were able to hold on to win 24-20. And CeeDee Lamb had some really big drops late in this football game. So that's how the NFL season got off started. Let's see here. Let's go to the next game. Next game was the Friday game, as we had the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs over there in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Let's look at we'll look at the scoring first. The Chargers win 27-21 over Kansas City. Chargers got on the board. They led 10-0 after a touchdown from Herbert to Quentin Johnson. Then a Cameron Dicker field goal made it 10-0. KC came back with a Butker field goal, and then see Dicker with a field goal for The Chargers, another field goal for Kansas City, then a touchdown. PAT failed. It was 13-12 in the third quarter. Favored the Chargers. Then the Chargers got an 11-yard touchdown pass from Herbert to Keenan Allen, make it 20-12. Then you had a Kelsey touchdown pass. Touchdown reception from Patrick Mahomes, made it 20-18. Went for two, didn't get it. Then Quentin Johnson had a touchdown for the Chargers, make it 27-18. And then Bucker had a field goal with 2:34 to go. But that's all as close as the Kansas City Chiefs could get. Let's look at the stats. Justin Herbert was 25 for 34 for 310 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Patrick Mahomes was 24 for 39, 258 and a touchdown. Then Omarion Hampton, 15 carries for 48 for Los Angeles. Mahomes was the leading ball carrier for Kansas City, 6 carries for 57 yards. It's not really ideal for Kansas City to have that kind of a rushing output. Hollywood Brown had 10 catches for 99 for Kansas City. Quentin Johnson had 5 for 79. Then McConkey had 6 for 74. Keenan Allen had 7 for 68 for the Chargers. The Chargers get a 27-21 victory over the Kansas City Chiefs. All right, let's look at the next game. This is the Sunday games. Oh, okay, we'll get this one out. We'll get this one out first. We'll get this one done first. Yeah, as the Arizona Cardinals defeated this New Orleans Saints 20-13. As Ryland got the scoring, started off first for Arizona. They led 3-0. Then Alvin Kamara had a 18-yard TD run. Saints led 7-3. And then the Chargers went ahead with Marvin Harrison, 1-yard touchdown pass from Kyler Murray. Made it 10-7. Groupie made a 36-yard field goal. It was 10-10. Then right before halftime, James Conner had a 4-yard touchdown reception from Kyler Murray. Made it 17-10. And in the third quarter, we had a field goal from Ryland and a field goal from Groupie, and that's all we had in the second half was 2 field goals. And Arizona was able to hold on to win 20-13 as Juwan Johnson had a big drop in the end zone late in the game that could have tied the game for New Orleans, but let's look at the stats. So Kyler Murray was 21 for 29 of 163 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Trey Benson had 8 carries for 69 yards for Arizona. Connor had 12 for 39, and Murray had 7 for 38. Going with the Saints, Spencer Rattler. All in all, I thought Rattler played okay. I mean, he didn't turn the ball over. He was 27 for 46, 214. No interceptions, no touchdowns. I thought they threw the ball way too much. If you look at the run to pass ratio, 46 passes to 22 runs. That's really not ideal. I know Sean Payton always wanted that more towards even Steven. So that just really, I thought that really wasn't really I thought we should have ran the ball a lot more than we did, especially the game. It's not the game was a blowout. So, but Kamara had 11 carries for 45, Rattler 4 for 29, Miller had 5 for 24, and Neal 2 for 9. So I thought the Saints should have run the ball a little more. Juwan Johnson was the leading pass catcher for the Saints, 8 for 76. Marvin Harrison had 5 for 71 and a touchdown for Arizona. But Juwan had a big drop. There's a really big drop late in the game that could have tied the game for the Saints. All right, let's go with the next game on the docket. The Buccaneers and the Falcons. NFC South battle. Tampa wins 23-20 as Atlanta missed a field goal late in the game that could have tied it up. So Bijan Robinson had a 50-yard touchdown pass from Penix, make it 7-0 Atlanta. Then Chase McLaughlin got a field goal for the Buccaneers, make it 7-3. Then Emeka Egbuka, the rookie out of Ohio State, had a touchdown reception from Baker Mayfield, make it 10-7. Then Younghoe Koo tied up at 10, and that's how they was in the halftime break. Third quarter, as Bucky Irving had a 9-yard touchdown pass from Baker Mayfield, make it 17-10. Younghoe Koo another field goal. And then Michael Penix had a 4-yard TD run, and the Falcons went up 20-17. And then late in the fourth quarter, Egbuka had a 25-yard reception from Baker Mayfield, make it 23-20. Tampa was hold on to win 23-20 as Young-Ho Koo misses the field goal at the end of the game that could have tied it up and put in overtime. So Penix, 27 for 42, 298, 1 touchdown, no picks. Baker Mayfield, 17 for 32. He had 167 yards passes, 3 touchdowns, no picks. And running the football, I mean, they ran for 101 yards, but Baker Mayfield was leading runner for 39. Bucky Irvin had 37. Over to the Falcons, you can see the Falcons. They ran the ball not very well. 28 carries for 69 yards. Another scenario where look at the run to pass ratio. It should be a lot closer to that. I mean, the Buccaneers were a lot closer than their run to pass ratio was a lot closer than Atlanta. So Bijan Robinson had 6 catches for 100 yards for Atlanta. He was leading pass catcher. Pitts had 7 for 59. London had 8 for 55. Over for the Buccaneers. Ibuka, 4 catches, 67 yards, 2 touchdowns. What's up, Paxton? Paxton's in the house. Mike Evans had 5 catches for 51. Sterling Shepard was 3 for 39. And a winning effort for Tampa. So they go to 1-0. Buccaneers are 0-0. I'm sorry. Buccaneers are 1-0. Falcons are 1-1. I'll get it right in a minute. All right, let's look at the next game. We got the Bengals and the Browns. As the Bengals were able to win 17-16, but when you check the stats, Joe Burrow really didn't have much of a great game. You won your first week in fantasy. That's cool. All right, here we go. So Chase Brown had a touchdown run for Cincinnati. They went up 7-0 in the first quarter. Second quarter, Browns got on the board with their Raheem Sanders touchdown run. Make it 7-7. And Noah Fant had a 1-yard touchdown pass from Joe Burrow, make it 14-7. Then Schmidt had a field goal for the Browns, make it 14-10. And then Tillman had a touchdown from Joe Flacco, but they missed the extra point. They made it 16-14. And if you look at the score, that was a big missed extra point, as McPherson had a 35-yard field goal with 2:48 to go, and they were able to hold on to win 17-16. But Joe Burrow had 113 yards passing, 14 for 23. Flacco was 31 out of 45, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Sampson, he had 29 yards rushing on 12 carries for the Browns. Brown had 21 carries, 43 yards, and a touchdown. Higgins had 3 catches for 33. Judy, 5 for 66. And Garrett had 2 sacks. Henderson had a sack, and the tackles. Battle had 12, and Schlesinger had 8 for Cleveland. For Cleveland, as that was a big missed extra point in the game. All right, so. Yeah, I forgot to put the stats down there. That saved me some time. We got the Browns and the Colts. As Indianapolis, they blew out Miami 33-8. As Daniel Jones, the ex New York Giant. What's up? Karam? How you doing? Karam? All right, we got so the Colts went up 3-0. Spencer Schrader had a field goal. Then Michael Pittman had a touchdown from Daniel Jones, a 20-yard reception from 20-yard pass from Daniel Jones. Make it 10-0. Then Jones had a touchdown run. Then he had another field goal, and it was 30-0 before Miami even got on the board. I mean, it was a total domination by the Colts. As the A-Chain had a 11-yard pass from Tua, make it 30-8, and the Colts added in the field goal late in the fourth quarter. But Jones had a really good day, 22 for 29 on a touchdown, 272. And Taylor had 71 yards rushing on 18 carries for the Colts. Pittman had 6 catches, a touchdown, 80 yards. And over for the Miami Dolphins, Tua had 114 yards passing, did have 2 touchdowns and a pick. A-Chain only had 7 carries for 55 yards. That's not a bad average. but they were down by so much. Hill had 4 catches for 40. Yeah, Tyreek Hill might be in some problems. And then Brooks had 14 tackles for Miami in a losing effort. Man. So all right, let's go with we got the Miami game. Now we got the Raiders and the Patriots. As the Raiders went on the road, defeated the New England Patriots 20-13. As Trey Tucker had a touchdown, make it 7-0. Demario Douglas had a touchdown for the Patriots. Baraglis had a field goal for New England, make it 10-7. They were leading the second quarter. Then in the third quarter, Ashton Jeanty got his first touchdown as a pro, make it 14-10, 3-yard touchdown run. Then Carlson added a field goal to make it 17-10, and then Carlson got another field goal, make it 20-10. And then the Patriots added a late field goal with 19 seconds left. I guess they tried to go on the onside kick after that, didn't get it. But so Geno Smith, man, Geno Smith has found a resurgence in his career, man. I don't know, man. He's found a resurgence, man. Once when he was with the Seahawks, man, he's found his like a new career, man. He's become a real serviceable quarterback. He's threw for 362 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Ashton Jeanty had 19 carries, only 38 yards, but a touchdown. Brock Bowers, 5 catches for 103. Crosby had a sack, and White had 11 tackles, 8 solo. Over for the Patriots, Drake May had 287 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Henderson only 27 yards on 5 carries. Kayshon Boutte had 6 catches for 103 for New England. But Landry had 2.5 sacks, and Ellis had 8 tackles for the Patriots. So the Raiders are 1-0. All right, let's go down a little bit. Okay, well, we got the Steelers and the Jets. So we got this game had some intrigue as Aaron Rodgers went to face his old football team as the Pittsburgh wins 34-32. As the Jets got on the board first, but Nick Folk had a 35-yard field goal. And then Ben Skowronek had a 22-yard touchdown from Aaron Rodgers, make it 7-3. Then Garrett Wilson, he got a touchdown from Justin Fields, but they went for 2, didn't get it. So it's 9-7 Jets. And then Boswell had a field goal for Pittsburgh to get 10-9. Then they came back. The Jets came back and got a touchdown from Braylon Allen. Nick Folk, extra point was good, make it 16-10. Nick Folk came with a field goal, make it 19-10. That was in the second quarter. And then Jonnu Smith had a touchdown pass from Aaron Rodgers, it was 19-17 Jets going to the break. In the second half, the Jets were actually up 26-17 as Justin Fields had a 2-yard touchdown run. But then here come the Steelers. You had Jaron Williams with a touchdown. Also, Calvin Austin made it 31-26. Then the Jets came back with a touchdown run by Justin Fields, but Boswell's field goal, 60-yard field goal, with 1:03 left, won the game for Pittsburgh. As Aaron Rodgers threw for 244 yards, 4 touchdowns. Warren had 11 carries, 37 yards. Metcalf, 4 for 83 for the Steelers. Highsmith had a sack, and Clark had 8 tackles for the Steelers. Over the Jets, Justin Fields threw for 218 yards. Hall had good day, 19 carries, 107. Wilson had 7 catches for 95. McDonald had 2 sacks. And Quentin Williams had 6 tackles, 4 solo for the Jets. That was an exciting game up there in Jersey for the Jersey Jets. All right. What we got next here? We got the Giants and the Commanders. As Washington was a surprise team last year, I don't think they're going to surprise anybody this year. But they did beat the Giants 21-6 at home. As Zach Ertz had a touchdown from Jaden Daniels, make it 7-0. Then the Giants got a field goal, make it 7-3. Then Jacoby Krosky Merritt had a 6-yard touchdown run, was 14-3 Washington. Then Graham Gano had a 55-yard field goal in the third quarter was 14-6. But then the Commanders got a touchdown run by Deebo Samuel, make it 21-6, and that's all they needed. So the Jake Daniels had 233 yards through the air, 1 touchdown. Krosky Merritt had 82 yards on the ground. I'm sorry, Krosky Merritt had 82 yards on the ground, 10 carries. Deebo Samuel had 7 catches for 77 yards. Payne had a sack. And Wagner had 10 tackles, 5 solo for Washington. Over for the Giants, Russell Wilson had only 168 yards passing. He also was the leading rusher, 8 carries for 44. Malik Neighbors had 5 catches for 71. Burns had 2 sacks, and Boriki had 16 tackles, 7 solo for the Giants. But the Giants, man, their offense was just as bad as well. I already went over that team. All right, we got next. We got the Panthers and the Jaguars. As Jacksonville wins 26-10. As Jacksonville got the scoring, started off with a Cam Little field goal. Fitzgerald also added the field goal for Carolina, make it 3-3. Then here come the Jaguars. As Hunter Long had a touchdown, Brian Thomas had a touchdown. So Cam Little added the field goal. It was 20-3 Jacksonville. Another field goal by Cam Little. It was 23-3. Then the Panthers came back with a touchdown from Chuba Hubbard. It was make it 23-10 in the fourth quarter, but that's as close as they got. As Little had a 28-yard field goal. 20-yard field goal late in the fourth quarter, and the Jaguars win 26-10. So Trevor Lawrence had 178 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Etienne had 16 carries for $143. Strange had 4 catches for 59. Smoots had 1 sack. And I'm gonna murder this name. Alukin had 10 tackles. Bryce Young had 154 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Hubbard had 16 carries, 57. McMillan had 5 catches for 68 yards. No sacks for Carolina. And Morig had 11 tackles for the Panthers. So the Panthers, like the Saints and the Falcons, they started off 0-1 in the NFC South. We got the Titans and the Broncos. And the Broncos are my sleeper pick in the AFC. I think this is the year Sean Payton can really do something. I think this year Denver can go far in the playoffs if they stay healthy. Anyway, so Titans start. Of course, they had they had Cam Ward starting as we got here. We got Joey Sly with a field goal for Tennessee. They led 3-0. Then Will Lutz came back with a field goal. They get 3-3 after 1 quarter of play. In the second quarter, he had a field goal by Sly again, make it 6-3. Then he had Cortland Sutton with a touchdown, make it 10-6 Denver. Sly with another field goal, make it 10-9 at the break. In the third quarter, Tennessee went ahead 12-10 on a 35-yard field goal by Joey Sly. and then this one Denver went ahead in the third quarter. Will Lutz had a 33-yard field goal, make it 13-12. And then J.K. Dobbins had a touchdown run in the fourth quarter, make it 20-12. What's up, Paxton? Who's Callahan? Who are you talking about, Callahan? I don't know who Callahan is. All right, so Bo Nix had 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, threw for 176 yards. Cam Ward threw for 112. Pollard had 18 carries for 60. Harvey had 6 carries for 70. Sutton, 6 catches for 61 for Denver. Pollard had 1 catch for 29 for Tennessee. Simmons had a sack. Allen had a sack. And then for the tackling, she had Barton with 9. And Hufanga had 10 for the Broncos. Yeah. Oh, Titans head coach and offensive coordinator. Oh, okay. I know who that was. All right, let's see. We got San Francisco and Seattle. So San Francisco won this game, but they have some injuries that they're going to have to deal with. Kittle and Purdy. Well, Kittle's out. Purdy might not play this week coming against the Saints. All right, so San Francisco wins 17-13. as George Kittle had a 5-yard pass from Purdy, make it 7-0. Then Charbonnet had a touchdown for Seattle. Myers had a field goal, make it 10-7. Seattle going into the halftime break. In the fourth quarter, Moody had a field goal, but I think they cut. Didn't they cut Moody? I think they cut Moody. Dolphins are in trouble. Yeah, they didn't play well. Yeah, didn't San Francisco cut their kicker, Jake Moody? It was 10-10. Then Myers had a field goal, make it 13-10 Seattle. And then Tongs had a 4-yard touchdown pass from Purdy late in the game. They get San Francisco's hold on to win 17-13. Purdy had 2 touchdowns, 2 picks for 277. Yeah, Moody was. I thought Moody was cut. Christian McCaffrey had 22 carries for 69. Pearsall, 4 carries for $108. Bosa had a sack, and Warner had 8 tackles for San Francisco. Over for Seattle, Darnold had 150 yards through the air. Charbonnet had 47 yards on the ground. Jackson Smith-Njigba had 124 yards receiving on 9 receptions. And Love had 10 sacks. I'm sorry, 10 sacks. 10 sacks. 10 tackles, 1 sack. Yeah, can you imagine 10 sacks? Yeah, that might have been a record. But yeah, one sack, 10 tackles. Boy, 10 sacks, boy. He'd been player of the month. All right, we got the Lions and the Packers. And this game turned out not to be as good as some people had hoped it was going to be. As Green Bay wins 27-13 as they just destroy the Lions, 27-13. So Eddie Pinheiro is the new kicker for San Francisco. Right. Yeah, I saw that. I saw LSU they don't play Arkansas either in baseball, which kind of pisses me off. We don't play Arkansas either in baseball, which is anyway. Other video. This isn't a college baseball video. All right, so the Packers, as Kraft had a touchdown from Jordan Love, then Brandon McManus had a field goal in the first quarter, make it 10-0 Green Bay. Then in the second quarter, the Lions had a field goal from Jake Bakes, made it 10-3. And then Jaden Reed had a touchdown pass from Jordan Love, and the Packers led 17-3 going into the halftime break. In the second half, it was more of the same, as the Lions got a field goal, making 17-6 Green Bay, and then Green Bay got a touchdown and a field goal. Jacobs had a touchdown run. It was 27-6, and then Green Bay added a late touchdown. I'm sorry, Detroit had a late touchdown, and it was 27-13. Green Bay got the win. As Jared Goff threw for 225 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Montgomery was a leading rusher, only 25 yards on the ground. Laporta had 79 yards receiving. You see, they didn't register a sack, and Campbell had 9 tackles for Detroit. As all right, then we got for Green Bay, you had Love had 188 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Jacobs had 19 carries for 66. Romeo Doubs 2 catches for 62. Gary had a sack and a half, and Cooper had 12 tackles, 8 solo for the Green Bay Packers. Man. So, all right. Let's see. We got go down. We got the Tech. We got a few more games. Got 3 more games. Then we got to look at week number 2. We got Texans and the Rams. As the Rams went at home 14-9. As Houston actually led 6-0 at one point. As Fairbairn hit 2 field goals, but then the Rams came back in the second quarter with the Kyron Williams touchdown run. It was 7-6, but the Texans did get a field goal late in the second quarter. As time expired, they led 9-7 going to the break, but the Texans wouldn't score again at all. Only touchdown was in the third quarter by Davis Allen for the Rams, and they were able to hold on to a 14-9 victory. Man, so Matthew Stafford had 245 yards passing, 1 touchdown. Kyron Williams had 18 carries for 66 yards. But Nacua had 10 receptions for 130 yards. McCullough had a sack, and Curl had 10 tackles, 8 solo for the Rams. Over for the Texans, you had Stroud for 188 yards, did have an interception. Nick Chubb had 13 carries, 60 yards. Higgins had 2 catches for 32 for Houston. Fatuowski had 1 sack, and Lassiter had 9 tackles for the Texans. All right, so let's see what we got going on next. We got the Ravens and the Bills. This was an exciting game. A lot of scoring in this game. If you went to sleep in this game in the fourth quarter, you missed a whole lot. The over under. I wanted to just take a look at the over under in this game, especially this game, was 51.5. You see the score? It was 81. So yeah, if you bet the under, you're crying. All right, yeah, this was a very exciting game, and one player had a really good game, but had a really big turnover late in the game that really cost his team a chance to win the game. But Dalton Kincaid had a touchdown, make it 7-0 Buffalo in the first quarter, and then Tyler Loop had a field goal for Baltimore. It was 7-3 after 1 quarter of play. Who would have thought after 1 quarter of play we'd end up with the score that we did? But in the second quarter, Derrick Henry started his rampage in the second quarter. He had a 30-yard touchdown run, make it 10-7. Lamar Jackson had a 10-yard run. It was 17-7 Baltimore. But then Prater had a field goal, make it 17-10. Then Luke Penn had a field goal for Baltimore. It was 20-10. And then Prater had a field goal right before halftime. It was 20-13 Baltimore. Baltimore at the halftime break. And in the third quarter, this is when the things started getting late in the third quarter. So you see, late in the third quarter, things really started getting a lot of points were scored. As Zay Flowers had a 23-yard touchdown pass from Lamar Jackson. That was early in the third quarter. It was 27-13, but then midway through the third quarter is when all the scoring started happening. As James Cook had a 2-yard touchdown run for Buffalo. DeAndre Hopkins had a 29-yard touchdown pass. It was 34-19 going to the fourth quarter for the Ravens. It looked like the Ravens were going to win this football game, man. Yeah, this game was very overwhelming. And it was a late fumble by Derrick Henry, man. All right, so Josh Allen had a 2-yard touchdown run. They went for 2, and they didn't get it. And it late in the game, they kind of screwed everything up. I think this was the one where they made the extra point, and then they had a penalty, and they decided to go for 2, and they didn't get it. So it didn't hurt Buffalo, but it almost did at the end. But then it was 34-25. Then Derrick Henry had a 46-yard touchdown run, and was 40-25, and that looked like was all she wrote. But then Keon Coleman came back with a touchdown, and then Josh Allen had a touchdown. It was 40-38, and then they get the ball back again, and they go right down the field, and they get the field goal at the buzzer, make it 41-40. But man, this was a very exciting football game. As Lamar Jackson threw for 209 yards, 2 touchdowns. Josh Allen threw for almost 400 yards, 394, and 2 touchdowns. Derrick Henry had 18 carries for 169 yards. Derrick Henry was awesome in this game until that late fumble. What's up, bow down LSU? Until that fumble, man, Derrick Henry was King Henry. But man, that was just crazy. He fumbled that ball, and then Buffalo got it back and scored, and then they got it back again. But Cook had 44 yards rushing for Buffalo. Keon Coleman had 8 catches for 112. I should have started him in fantasy. I didn't. Zay Flowers had 7 catches for 143 and a touchdown. But Matabuke had a sack. Milano had a sack. And then Smith had 10 tackles for Baltimore. And Benford had 7 for Buffalo. But, man, that was just an exciting game. Then we got the Monday night game. The Monday night game was a tale of 3 quarters and a quarter. I mean, it was Chicago was the best team for 3 quarters in this game, and then they weren't. I texted one of my friends like late in the third quarter. I said, "Man, Minnesota's offense is worse than the Saints," and at that time it was. I think McCarthy had like 40 yards passing. McCarthy couldn't complete a pass until the fourth quarter. Then all of a sudden he could. I was like, man, their offense is worse than the Saints. Man, here we go. All right, so the first half, Caleb Williams, he couldn't miss. I think the first 10 passes he threw were all completions. All right, so Caleb Williams had a 9-yard touchdown run. It was 7-0 after 1 quarter of play. And then the second quarter, you had a field goal by Will Reichert. a 31-yard field goal by Reichert, make it 7-3. Then Santos had a field goal, make it 10-3. And then Reichert, another field goal, was 10-6 at the break. In the third quarter, this was one of the worst passes that frickin' McCarthy threw all night, was the pick six. Once the pick six happened, I was like, man, this is bad. He's gone. I said, this game is over with. It was 17-6 Chicago, and it just looked like it was Chicago's night. Minnesota couldn't move the ball until the fourth quarter. Then all of a sudden, they had a touchdown pass to Justin Jefferson. They went for two. It didn't. They didn't get it. But then they got the ball back, and Aaron Jones got a touchdown, and they went for two and got it. All of a sudden, they were up 27-17. They get the ball back again, and McCarthy gets another touchdown. It was 27-17. The Bears were able to get a touchdown with like 2:02 to go in the game, and then the Bears kick off, and Minnesota smartly runs the ball out the end zone so it can get to the 2-minute warning, which will not give the Bears an extra timeout. And Minnesota was able to run the clock out. I believe they got a first down as well on that drive. That was a very smart play to run the ball out of the end zone, to run time off the clock, to get it under 2 minutes. Well, the Bears couldn't, because the Bears wanted to get a timeout with a 2-minute warning as well, but they were unable to do that. All right, man. So let's look at week number 2. We got the Commanders and the Packers. Let's see. We'll go. This is going to be Prime Video, September 11th. Yes, right. They're playing Thursday. For some reason, I thought the Commanders were playing somebody else Thursday. Yeah, I was getting confused. For some reason, I thought the Commanders were playing somebody different. Right, they're playing Green Bay. Man, September 11th. Man, that's a day. All right, so Commanders are the Packers. The Packers are a 3.5-point favorite at home against Washington. And what's the over-under is 48.5. Green Bay is a -175 on the money line, and Washington is a +150. Man, so this is a Thursday game, and usually on Thursday games the road team doesn't fare well. That's usually. That's how it goes, man. I was really impressed with Green Bay, and Washington played a bad team, but they still won the game. But I was really impressed with Green Bay, how they handled Detroit, and they're at home. This should be a good game, but I think you think the over. You think I'm sorry, Packers over the Skins and take the points. Okay. So Packers over the Skins and take the points. So you may get the points away. But yeah, I wonder if this is going to be an under game, because usually on Thursdays these games are kind of low scoring. It's I don't know. It's just a hard game to tell. I can see this game go over, and I can see this game go under. But yeah, I can see Green Bay winning by like 4 points, 5 points. I mean, I don't think they're gonna blow Washington out, but I'm gonna go under. I think this game is gonna go under, and yeah, I'll say Green Bay wins by 5. That means they cover the spread. All right. Next game we got San Francisco and New Orleans as the game opened at 7.5, but has gone down to 4.5 because of some injuries to San Francisco, as George Kittle and Brock. Well, George Kittle's not playing. Brock Purdy might not play. Over under is 41.5. Man, I'm betting the under in this game. I don't have any faith in the Saints at all. I bet the under. If you're gonna bet the under in this game. 41.5. Bet the under. The Saints aren't going to score 20 points. The Saints might score like 10 in this game. Bet the under. Bet the under. If I had any kind of advice, I bet the under. The Saints might score 10 points. Yeah. But yeah. All right. We got next, man. We got Jacksonville and Cincinnati. Both teams are 1-0, and right now the spread is 3.5. The Bengals are a 3.5 point favorite, but their offense was horrible last week, and the over/under is 49.5. The Bengals offense was bad last week against Cleveland. Is Cleveland's defense? Is the Browns defense that good? I don't know. But the Bengals played horrible offensively. I mean, didn't they have like some god awful 20 yards of offense in the second half or some shit like that against the Browns? I don't know, man. This pass on this one. I like the Bengals and the under. Yeah, the under. Yeah, under is 49.5. I mean, yeah. I kind of agree with the under on this one too. And with the 3.5 points is not a lot to give up, so I kind of agree with that. I kind of agree with you. The Bengals minus 3.5 and the under. We got the Giants and the Cowboys. I'm surprised this game isn't on Sunday Night Football. You know how much they want to put the Cowboys on and the Giants on Sunday Night Football because they think the whole world wants to watch this every goddamn year. But 2 0-1 football teams. Cowboys are 5.5 point favorites, and the over/under is 44.5. Look, I like the Cowboys in this game. The Giants' offense looks really, really bad. But the Giants scored 6 points this past weekend. Their offense looks inept. I like the Cowboys minus 5.5, and man, I like the Cowboys. Give me the Cowboys minus 5. You think the Giants cover? Did you watch the Giants this past week? They couldn't score a touchdown. Their offense is pathetic. The over/under is 44.5. That's I don't know if I'd touch that. I don't know if I'd touch the over/under on this one. I think I would lay off the over/under and bet and just take the Cowboys and lay the 5.5 points. They Giants stink. All right. We got the Bears and the Lions. So two teams that are 0-1 on the season. As Lions are a 5.5 favorite at home, and the over/under is 46.5. I kind of like the over in this game, and give me the Bears. I like the. Give me the over, and give me the Bears plus 5.5. Yeah. Give me the over in this one. Give me the Bears plus and take the Bears plus the points. Yeah. I like the over in this one and the Bears on the spread anyway. I kind of like the Lions to win straight up. But if I'm betting the point spread, I'll take the Bears. All right. We got the Rams and the Titans. Another early window game. The Rams are a 5.5 point favorite on the road, and the over/under is 41.5. Man, I kind of like the over and the Rams minus the points. I think I like the Rams to cover the spread and the over. But Paxton says Titans cover. It is kind of a tough pick. Yeah, I'm gonna say the Rams cover. But I don't think they're like I think the Rams win by 7 points. And over is 41.5. Man, Vegas is tempting you to bet the over in that game. God damn, they're tempting you. But yeah, I like the give me the over and the Rams lay the points. All right. Sometimes you guys should have got the pot. We got the Patriots and the Dolphins. So this could be an interesting game. The Patriots usually don't play well in Miami historically. That was when they had Tom Brady, but still, Miami's a 1.5 favorite. Miami looked really bad this weekend. Miami, man, it's under. I mean, the over-under is 43.5. And both these teams. I might have to roll the Dolphins at home, man. I might have to roll the Dolphins just because they're at home, and they always handle New England when they play in Miami. Even when Tom Brady was there, the Patriots had a hard time winning in Miami. So give me Miami, lay the points, and under. Yeah. All right. Okay, we got the Bills and the Jets. This one should be an easy one, man. Yeah, two is one hit away from seeing Zach Wilson. Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, that's true. This one should be an easy one. Yeah, give me the Bills to cover. Give me the Bills to cover in this game. And the over/under is 46.5. So I don't know if the Jets are gonna. I don't know if the Jets are gonna score enough points to get. I don't know. I mean, the Bills just put up 40 points against Baltimore. So, yeah. Second thought. Give me the Bills, lay the points, and take the over. The Bills are going to beat the Jets, man. -6.5, and then the over/under. Give me take the over. Yeah, the Bills might score in the 30s. Yeah. Okay. All right, we got next on the docket. We got the Seahawks and the Steelers. We're still in the early window games. Man. We've got the Seahawks and the Steelers. Steelers are 1-0. Seahawks are 0-1. Pittsburgh is a 2.5 point. Look at the over/under. Holy moly. Over/under is 39.5. Pittsburgh is a 2.5 point favorite. Man, Vegas is just when you see an over/under like this, you should just stay away from it. You shouldn't even bet the over/under when you see it. If you see something like this, don't even let Vegas tempt you. Don't even let them tempt you, because this Vegas knows something in this game. This game is either gonna go. I don't know. Yeah, forget that, man. Fuck, man. I wouldn't even entertain betting the over/under. Nah. I probably would, if I would anything, I would take Seattle plus the 2.5. Honestly. Yeah, I'd lay off. I wouldn't even mess with the under. I don't like that. I don't like that over under at all. 39.5, man. They're teasing you, man. Vegas is doing something there. I don't like that at all. That's forget you there. All right, now we got the Browns and the Ravens. Ravens are an 11.5-point favorite at home against Cleveland. Over-under is 44.5. And 11.5 is a lot of points in the NFL. I don't care if you're on the road or not. That's a lot of points, but I like Baltimore to win this game. I don't know if they're going to win by 11.5, but I think Baltimore is going to win straight up. I can't see anywhere. Baltimore's going to win this game. I don't see how they can lose this game on paper, but games aren't played on paper. I know that, but yeah, I don't know about the point spread. That's a lot. That's a lot of points to give up. Even 11.5 is a lot. Now watch Baltimore win by like 20 points or something. But Ravens and give the points, says Anonymous, and Paxton says Cleveland won't score. Ravens and give the points. Man, that's a lot of points though. I don't know. It's a lot of points, man. But I can see Baltimore clearly win this game by 20 points. We got the Browns. I'm sorry, the Broncos. Now finally in the late games, Broncos and the Colts from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. This is a look at the one. Denver's a 1.5 favorite on the road, and the over/under is 41.5. So the Colts and Denver got some big wins over the weekend. Man, now Denver's been my pick, man. Like I said, my sexy pick for the AFC this season. So I'm gonna have to ride with Denver because they've been my pick. I think they're gonna do really good this year. So yeah, give me Denver and lay the points, man. As far as the over under, I think it's gonna go over. Give me the Colts to win outright, says Anonymous. Paxton says, another pass. You can't keep passing on games. Yeah. But yeah, I like Denver laying the points and the over. I think this game is gonna be high scoring. I think both teams will get in the 20s. All right, we got the Panthers and the Cardinals. This should be what's the point spread in this one? Yeah, I like the Cardinals. I think I can see the Cardinals winning this game by like 8 points. Give me the Cardinals at home and lay the points. Over under is 45.5. Man, 20. Man, these overs are hard, man. Shit. But I like Arizona laying the points, and yeah, why not? Yeah, let's go the over. Why not? Let's take the over. Yeah, let's take the over and take Arizona and lay the points. I like that. Yeah. All right, we got next here. We got the Eagles and the Chiefs. And this game, this is the game that should be on Sunday Night Football, not the Falcons and the Vikings. Eagles and the Chiefs should be on Sunday Night Football. This is probably gonna be on Fox, and hopefully this is like the national, the game of the week where everybody gets it. So we got the Chiefs at home, or a 1.5 favorite. They're coming off a loss. Remember that. Chiefs are coming off a loss, and they lost this team in the Super Bowl. And the over-under is 46.5. Well, I'm betting Kansas City, and I think the over is gonna. I think there's gonna be a ton of points scored in this game. And both teams might be in the 30s in this game. Yeah, give me the over and Kansas City. Kansas City is going to get, I guess you'd call it revenge, but, it's not really revenge because it's not, Super Bowl is the bigger game. But I think the Chiefs will win on Sunday. Yeah, so it's only a point and a half. That's easy, man. I would take the Chiefs and lay a point and a half and bet the over. I think there's gonna be a lot of points scored in that game. All right, let's see. We got the Sunday night game. We got the Falcons and the Vikings. As Minnesota is a 4.5 point favorite over Atlanta. Man, I know Minnesota played really, really well in that fourth quarter, but for a long time, man, they couldn't complete a pass. Atlanta should have tied that game up against Tampa. This is gonna pain me to say this. This is gonna pain me to say this. Take the Falcons and the points. Take the Falcons and take the 4.5 points. As the over under. Give me the under in that one. I can see this like a 23-20 victory over Atlanta. So I'm taking Atlanta, and of course I want the points, the 4.5. All right, then we got Monday Night Football. We got two games. We got the Buccaneers and the Texans, Chargers and the Raiders. We'll look at the early one first. We got the Bucs and the Texans from H-Town. As Houston is a 2.5 point favorite. Houston's a 2.5 point favorite. Man, you know what? I'm taking the Buccaneers in this one, man. Give me the Buccaneers plus a 2.5, man. If I can have a chance to get points like this on the road with a good team like Tampa Bay, I'm taking Tampa Bay. Give me Tampa plus a 2.5. And the over. Over's 42.5. Yeah, give me the over. Tampa plus 2.5. And the over. 42.5. That's my bet. I think Tampa. I think they're gonna win the NFC South again for like the 100th year in a row. All right, then we got the Chargers and the Raiders. This is the late Monday night game. Chargers are 3.5 point favorites in the Death Star over there in Vegas. As 3.5 point favorites, man, for the Chargers on the road. Who you like here, Paxton? Man, Chargers have a good defense. I think this is going to be an under game. Chargers have a really good defense. I don't think the Raiders are going to score that many points. I like the under in this game. The Chargers defense is really good. I'll take the Chargers and lay the points. Take the Chargers, lay the points, bet the under. I'm telling you, the Chargers have a really good defense. They have a really good defense. This game is another game that could be like 23-20, 23-19, 23-17. Give me the Chargers. Lay the points. I'll say they win by 4. I'll say they win like 24-20. And that way you win by half point. So that's it. All right, man. Paxton Anonymous, y'all were here for the good bit. I'm gonna do this on Tuesdays, but I'm gonna do it in an hour earlier. I was gonna do it at 7, but I had something come up, so I had to push it back to 8. But look forward for this show on Tuesdays at 7 o'clock Central, 8 Eastern. Tomorrow night is the SEC huddle, and that's going to be at 8 Eastern. and 7 Central. And that show, I think I'm going to continue that show on Wednesdays. And that's what I'm going to do. So, man. Oh, well, man. I think that's going to be it, man. As, ooh-wee. All right, man. All right, Paxton. That's going to be it. So, you have a good one, man. I'll see you tomorrow for the SEC huddle. We got some games to look forward to this week in the SEC, and games to look back last week. So, all right, man. Have a good one, man, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night, man.